One take. 12 attempts, one take.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to the show that doesn't know how to quit. The year has barely begun and already it's over for not one, but two pillars of the YouTube platform. Tom Scott and MatPat have shocked the internet by saying goodbye, toodle pip, and farewell. I don't mind telling you, friends, it made me feel like a can of empty soda. But why? Why are they leaving? Welcome to Quit Theory. Let's get up to speed. MatPat and Tom Scott have both been on YouTube since before forever. Tom has over 6 million subscribers. 2 billion views. He presents quirky, interesting magazine stories, things you might not know, in the style of a roaming reporter. No flash editing, just you and Tom having a chat. Not groundbreaking maybe, but informative and interesting. He's been on YouTube since 2007. YouTube only began in 2005. MatPat's been on the platform since 2010, 42 million subscribers, 4.6 billion views, stylish videos, catchy catchphrase, and a unique presenting style. The original formula was to take a video game and overanalyze it. He took that formula and repeated it over and over. 5 channels now: games, style, food, movies, and a live channel. Entertaining and educational.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Style Theory, where we believe that beauty is a science. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that encourages you to be mask off. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, where brain food is always on the menu. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that has the world's best imitation of the Godzilla roar.
What they have in common is integrity. No scandals, no trash talk, no catcalls, not really. These guys are wholesome. When MatPat got into a spat with Legal Eagle, it was Devon Stone, the American experienced trial lawyer, who backed down. Hell, MatPat has even shared a stage with the Pope. So, why quit? After exhaustive research, here's my top 10 reasons why. The truth, friends, is in the place you'd least expect it. Number 10, because they said so. I've been on YouTube for a year. I've given it up a dozen times, but I never released a video publicly jacking it all in. Tom and MatPat did just that, so now they have to go. At least for a while. Number 9, because it's hard work. Tom has been posting a video every Monday at 4 o'clock for over a decade. Tom is a grafter. He takes pride in his work. He does extensive research. He shoots on location all over the world. Traveling is exhausting. MatPat makes 4 to 5 videos a week. Every week. It looks to me like he works from home. That's grueling in its own way too. If you work from home, then you never really stop working. In just the last few weeks, MatPat has given up coffee, given up sugar, and committed to staining his teeth for an investigation into toothbrushes. The physical and mental demands are 24/7. Both MatPat and Tom admit to being exhausted. I believe them. Because it's time. I don't care what you do for a living, whether you're a postman or a lawyer, a movie star or a bus driver. Doing anything for a protracted period of time becomes boring. It's called the 7-year itch. Tom and MatPat have been churning out videos for years. To me, it looks glamorous. To them, it's just another day at the YouTube coalface. Number 7, because they can. MatPat and Tom Scott make a great deal of money. My back of the envelope calculation is Tom Scott makes around $1.3 million a year. MatPat takes home about $4.2 million a year. Most people can't just quit their day jobs. There are bills to pay and mouths to feed. MatPat and Tom just aren't like you and me. They can afford to quit. Number 6, because they're old. MatPat is 37 and Tom Scott is 40. They're past their prime. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of both, but I'm older than both. Let's be frank. Tom used to regularly get 10 million views per video. MatPat used to routinely draw in an audience of 20 million. Those days are gone. Years ago, these two would have analysed the analytics and come up with a strategy to get back on top. They've done it before. They could do it again. But this time, they chose not to. And that's because... Number 5, because the money. Call me cynical, but it's always been about the money. Declining audience numbers, declining ad revenue, increased competition. YouTube has changed. The audience has changed. If you don't need to, why do more work for less money? Number 4, because ambition. I'm going out on a limb here, but that's the whole point of a theory video, isn't it? After extensive research, I think both MatPat and Tom Scott had dreams. MatPat studied neuroscience. He was valedictorian at Duke University, but dreamed of being on stage. Tom Scott is equally smart, but more complex. Tom Scott grew up in Mansfield, studied linguistics. He dabbles in coding, comedy, even politics. He was the York Student Union president. He ran for Parliament, remember, dressed as a pirate.
Matey, I'd be running talk like a pirate day, September the 19th. Fortunately, September the 20th, International Throat Lozenge Day.
He's the sort of guy who should have been employed by the BBC. I'm pretty sure he dreamed of being in the business, the media business. I don't know, Blue Peter, Nationwide, something like that. MatPat is disillusioned that he never achieved his dream. Tom achieved all his dreams, and now he is disillusioned. MatPat's channels will continue making videos after he steps down, just with new hosts. Delegate and conquer. That's good business sense. MatPat has a bunch of projects in the works already. He's a media mogul now, not a YouTuber. MatPat has a very successful consulting company, advising firms like Condé Nast and even Google on video marketing strategy. MatPat is good at business, but he longs to be in show business.
You think that when I meet my maker, hello maker, that cat will be all dressed in red. But every morn I pray that on that lucky day, I'll hear that devil say, son, pour it stay.
YouTube just isn't itching that scratch anymore. Only last year, MatPat co-produced a Broadway show called Grey House. He hosted an awards show. He's the voice of Computron in the Transformers cartoon, and he was genuinely impressive, albeit in a small role in the FNAF movie.
Hey, welcome to Sparky's. Could I set you folks up with some appetizers?
We are not eating.
Well, that's no fun. You do realize that lunch is the most important meal of the day.
Thought it was breakfast.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory.
Are you being paid by the word?
MatPat is ambitious and motivated. He's got other stuff to do. Tom Scott is a very different person to MatPat. He's not really into the business of YouTube. Tom Scott doesn't even sell merchandise. That's right, there is no Tom Scott merch. He's left all that money on the table. And it's a lot of money. Tom's not really interested in the business. He's not really interested in the money. But like MatPat, he has a consultancy, a media consultancy called Pad 26. If I was advising Tom, God forbid poor Tom, but if I was advising Tom, I'd tell him to concentrate on Pad 26. It makes money, it makes a profit, it could be a gold mine. Just like MatPat, Tom isn't quitting YouTube. Not for good, not really. Tom says he's tired, he needs a break, and I believe him. You see, Tom Scott is a very private man. Here's something you might not know about Tom Scott. Anything about Tom Scott. In a recent interview, Tom was asked if he had a pet. He refused to reply on the basis it was a personal question. Tom doesn't do personal questions. When Tom says he's tired,
I believe him. The folk on the internet might want to know about Tom Scott, but the truth is, the folk on the internet don't need to know anything about Tom Scott, unless he wants them to, and he doesn't, so he's not going to. So there. One take. 12 attempts, one take.
We are anonymous. Tom Scott, we know who you are. We know everything about you. Tom Scott, deposit $11 billion into our account or your dirty secrets will be released to the world's press. We are anonymous. We are Legion. You have 10 seconds to comply. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... Ooh, £11 billion. Thanks very much, like Tom.
Number 3, because of Devon. This is Devon. He's a massive YouTuber. You've never seen him, but you've seen his video. Devon hires a scriptwriter, an editor, and a voiceover artist for peanuts. Devon has dozens of faceless channels. Devon and people like him make videos on an industrial scale, dozens a day. They're quick, easy, and above all, cheap. That's hard to compete with. Add into the mix completely automated AI channels. MatPat and Tom are worried about the future. Number 2, because... Number 2, because of toilets. MatPat and Tom are first generation YouTubers who adapted their videos to changing tastes, attitudes and fashions. They didn't just survive, they thrived by understanding their audience and anticipating what they would want, yet both have thrown in the towel and quit in the face of this. This is Skibbity Toilet. The next generation is Generation Alpha and they are now consuming content. This is what they like. MatPat made countless videos about it. He studied it. Tom studied it too, no doubt. This is a serious question. It's keeping media analysts up at night. Neither Tom nor MatPat have the answer. No one does. How do you make educational, entertaining videos for the next generation of YouTube content consumers? Generation X killed the radio star, Gen Z killed working culture, and Gen A arguably killed MatPat and Tom Scott, and maybe they'll kill off YouTube too. Number 1, because of me.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, whatever happens, I'm wishing MatPat and Tom Scott all the success and best for the future, but they are scared, they are frit. MatPat and Tom have seen my videos. I've got Tom's hair, I've got half MatPat's name, for pity's sake. If you're a fan of either, hit the subscribe button and I will fill that void. But that's just a theory, a MatPat Tom Scott theory. Goodbye, internet. I need a glass of water. How does he do that?
Seriously, where does Tom Scott buy grey hoodies? I can't find them anywhere.